On Long Island, a call for the public to report animal abuse.
This after nearly a dozen dogs were rescued from alleged drug dealers who were believed to be training them to fight. TV 1055's Long Island Bureau Chief Richard Rose reports from Nassau County.
Some have many scars and wounds, and if you take a look at young Alex here, who is between 6 months and a year old, you see evidence of lots of scarring on his face.
Holding a 2-month-old pit bull, Hempstead Town Supervisor Kate Murray described the torture that 11 dogs have been put through this week. They were seized from alleged drug-dealing gangs. And yesterday, police and prosecutors showed off the guns and laced heroin that the gang members are charged with peddling. But animal shelter operators were shocked at the evidence the dogs had been viciously trained for combat.
There were some bait dogs amongst those 11 who had their mouths stitched shut, while other fighting dogs were allowed to prey on those.
Supervisor Murray is now calling on citizens to call 911 if they see obvious signs of abuse like this. Police say the dogs were often chained, and most can't be brought out publicly because of their injuries.
The animals have wounds. They needed to be removed from that situation. They're at the shelter where they're going to be treated medically.
Shelter Director Mike Pastore says his staff will try to socialize the traumatized dogs in hopes of getting them adopted someday.
I recently lost my dog, Toby, 3 weeks ago, and I'm here with a broken heart.
Frank Hidalgo's loss of a beloved pet brought him to the Hempstead shelter today. He says he'd be willing to adopt one of the traumatized dogs and is shaken by their treatment.
It's criminal, it's terrible, it's horrible, it's not even humane.
Shelter trainers say it'll be months before they'll know if the abuse these animals suffered can be reversed enough to allow them to be placed in loving homes. At the Hempstead Animal Shelter, Richard Rose, TV 1055.
Well, town officials say you can also call the Hempstead Animal Shelter to report suspected cases of animal abuse.